Good morning, welcome back to the channel where we document Qubic's journey to 1 penny and beyond. Today we're going to talk about some tokenomics. Alright, not a lot of people talk about the actual tokenomics of Qubic, so today we're going to get into that a little bit, okay? Okay, let's check it out. But first, let's look at the price, right? Market cap. Jesus. 83% on the month. Yowza. Look at that. What's the day? 20% on the day. Jesus. Whoa. Yo. That's crazy as hell. Look at the volume. I think it was like 6 million yesterday. I was live and I think I saw 6 million. Jesus Christ. Oh, you know what? They just got listed on L-Bank, right? Yeah, they got listed on L-Bank today. Sorry, I'm diverting. L-Bank. Did they put it on their actual X? I know Qubic has it on their X. Anyway, let's not get distracted. Damn, look at that price. Jeez Louise. Anyway, let's look at the total supply. All right, right now the total supply is 152.3 trillion. The circulating supply is 121.84 trillion, right? So look at the max supply. This used to be an infinite max supply because the founder kind of knows how the protocol is supposed to work, so he didn't think that was like, it didn't matter, like the supply. But to investors, like I said, a lot of people look at tokenomics first, so that throws off a lot of early investors. So there was a vote on the quorum to reduce the max supply, right? Which kind of doesn't matter. Now it's 200 trillion, which still is a lot for most people, because people look at Bitcoin, oh, there's only 21 million. They look at Ethereum, there's like, what, 100 something million? I don't know. It's like in the million. They'd rather have something in the millions or billions max supply than trillions, right? Because in their head automatically that like dilutes the price and there's not much room for growth, right? But a lot of people have that wrong, right? Qubic is actually scarce, contrary to popular belief. I know that sounds silly, right? Look at this, 200 trillion, right? Versus 21 million, say, with Bitcoin, which people are like, oh, they're in love over. But check out, all right, how many decimals are in Bitcoin. So the thing about one Bitcoin is it can be divided into something called satoshis, right? There are 8 decimal points in Bitcoin, which means there are 100 million satoshis in one Bitcoin, which means there's if you multiply 100 million by the 21 million Bitcoins, that gives you 2.1 quadrillion satoshis, right? Versus an indivisible unit called a Q, like Qubic. It's not divisible. It's just, you have 1 Qubic, you can have 2 Qubic. You can't have 1.1233666 Qubic, right? You can buy 0.000123 Qubic or Bitcoin, but you can only buy Qubic 1 by units of 1, right? So that's one important thing to understand about Qubic. It's actually scarce, and it's becoming so scarce because of all the burns through the smart contracts, right? Like every time a smart contract is burned, or every time a smart contract is put onto the network, it goes through an IPO, right? And in an IPO, it gets split up into 676 shares that get bid on, right? With Qubic. And these smart contracts can get up to like trillions of Qubic, right? And this Qubic that's gathered through these bids for shares of this smart contract are burned, right? What's up, kitty? The largest smart contract was QX, which burned, I think, like, hey buddy, well, 10 trillion Qubic. It was something crazy, right? It was like 10% of 10% of the supply at the time, or something like that. All right, so big fat burns happen, right? That's why initially the founder didn't care about the unlimited supply, but to an investor, it's off-putting, right? So yeah, there's that aspect of the tokenomics. So yeah, Qubic is now getting like it's getting burned so much that the founder is now considering what in traditional business you'd call a stock split. All right, check this tweet out. What's up, kitty? The main problem with reaching 1 cent is not how to reach it, but how to make the stock split, because too expensive queues is inconvenient. So most likely it would have to get voted on if they did this, but that would be like super bullish if they did that, right? So let's say we have 200 trillion max supply. Say they double it, right? Say you're holding 100 million Qubic, and they do a stock split, and now one day you'll open your wallet and you'll have 200 million Qubic, right? If they did a stock split. But the only thing is you'll have the same value, you'll have the same amount of value, but you'll have double the coin. So the price per coin will be about half. That could create sell pressure, because it could scare newbies and rookies who don't like understand what that does. But that's really bullish, because what it'll do is it'll attract new investors who want a smaller price queue, right? The fees on the network will be halved, right? Because most likely because the Qubic will be cheaper, and yeah, it'll create more volume, because the more new investors you have buying like a really cheap token, the more volume you're going to create. And so it'll just create overall better sentiment in the long run. Short term, I can see how it could be fearful, but yeah. Damn, this boy is hungry for attention. Come here then, boy. Ugh. What the hell was I saying? Oh yeah. What else did I want to talk about? Ooh, the halving. Yeah, imagine doing a stock split after a halving. That would be fucking silly as hell. Oh man, is this the page where they talk about the halving? Oh yeah, on top of the burns, they have this thing called the supply watcher, so we like don't run out of Qubic. A key innovation in Qubic's new emission model, the supply watcher. This feature plays a crucial role in ensuring the network remains balanced, and that the burning process does not lead to excessive deflation, right? That would be bad. Or instability within the ecosystem, right? Imagine the burn watcher imagine there's like just like 100. Yeah, we can't have too much of a burn. The supply watcher adjusts the burn rates to prevent excessive deflation and supply instability. It dynamically modifies burn percentages based on real-time supply data, ensuring that Qubic isn't removed too rapidly from circulation. Because the supply watcher can alter burn amounts, all projected emissions and halving figures are approximations. That's a very important thing to understand. I actually overlooked that. A projected emissions and halving figures are approximations rather than guaranteed reductions. Oh, that's important to figure out. This ensures that the Qubic network maintains balance and flexibility, addressing potential minor concerns over fluctuating rewards by establishing emissions reductions according to the network conditions. Halvings impact a strategic roadmap. Yeah, so these halvings are coming, right? So when I say like when they say halving, which means the 850 billion that's being put into circulation through the mining emissions, right? Every week, 850 billion Qubic gets put onto the network, right? Causing inflation. So that's gonna be on Epoch 175, I think August 20th, that's gonna be cut in half. So instead of 850 billion being put into circulation, you're gonna have 450 billion, which creates much more scarcity for Qubic. So Epoch 123, that was a long time. Nah, it seems like yesterday. And then 175, the first halving, right? Epoch 331, Jesus, that seems like forever away. The halving process continues with increasingly larger portions of emissions being burnt. By Epoch 331, the effective emissions is just 2.656 trillion. Wow, that's crazy as hell. And the max supply reaches approximately 194.3 trillion cubic. Epoch 591, am I gonna still be alive? The burn rate continues to rise, eventually surpassing the amount emitted annually, leading to a net decrease in the total supply. Damn. Effective emissions are minimal, with the max supply established around 196.8 trillion cubic. The long-term outlook, as emissions fall to near negligible levels, the burn rate dominates, and the supply washer ensures stability. This process leads to a gradual decrease in supply, reinforcing coin scarcity and long-term value. So yeah, Qubic is already scarce, but it's gonna be more scarce, right? This is what people are looking for in crypto, right? You think Bitcoin is scarce, but it is not. It's not. There's 2.1 quadrillion satoshis max supply. A quadrillion is 1,000 trillion. Come on, man. Come on, man. Can't you see it? Don't you know math? Bitcoin is not scarce. Everybody in the world can own a bunch of satoshis, right? Anyway, that's a brief on the tokenomics. If you want to go deeper, I mean, the information's out there. I can give you a link to this Blizzog on the Qubic website. Go follow the Great Crypto Escape. He's dope. He has a YouTube channel too. Go check him out. Who's this guy? Let me give him some credit too. Parn ass emoted. All right, yeah, go follow him too, I guess. Oh, you know what, Jackie? One more thing. Go visit Kirby's shop. You can get hoodies, shirts, magnets, mugs, duvet covers. You can get a freaking Qubic skateboard. Look at these designs, yo. Which one have I not looked at yet? Bam, I haven't seen this one up close. Ooh la la. Yeah, man, go check it out. Ooh, Snowtop Galaxy Mountain. Interesting. Yeah, alright. That ends this video. Bye bye.